So good morning, everyone. So as you might remember, what we do here is that we learn from others. We start with this one, and then we do a physical practice, and then we do a meditation. And what I added, because I feel that it's important that we integrate the practice more, and then eventually start using it. So what I suggested was, and I've been doing it, is that after class, you have a journal, a pen, and crayons. And then after class, write something down. So last week, this is what I did. So I just wrote January 31st, a more adventurous way to live. That was the topic of the reading. And then I wrote pain plus pleasure equals adventure. And the two concepts we were working with last week was accept and control. And I started with control. So when I feel the need to control, I'm falling, you're hurting me, there's lying, manipulation, and there is nothing I can do. And then I wrote whatever image came up and whatever colors came up. And then acceptance. When I'm ready to accept, I release you to your own journey. I feel sad. And then I draw whatever picture and colors that came up. When I do these practices, it always usually I'm always a little bit surprised because I'm thinking that this is what I'm going to feel. But when I actually sit down and do this, I get information that is often new to me. So if you want to, you can do the same. So I keep this handy, and right after class, I just sit down for 10 minutes, and I write down a few words that come up and the colors and an image. And so I have been taught to do this by my teachers. This is not something I came up with. Okay, today's reading. When you open up to life as it is, when you open yourself to the continually changing, impermanent, dynamic nature of your own being and of reality, you increase your capacity to love and care about other people and your capacity to not be afraid. You're able to keep your eyes open, your heart open, and your mind open. And you notice when you get caught up in prejudice, bias, and aggression. You develop an enthusiasm for no longer watering those negative seeds from now until the day you die. And you begin to think of your life as offering endless opportunities to start to do things differently. Okay, so with this in mind, we're going to start the physical practice. So what I heard, so I like to work with two opposite concepts. So what I'm hearing is open up or closing. So open up or closing. So we are asked to, you're able to keep your eyes open, your heart open, and your mind open. And the opposite would be to close my eyes, close my heart, and close my mind. So playing with the two concepts, staying open and staying closed. Here we go. So find your seat, sitting up tall, lifting the toes, lifting the heels, bringing the mind to the present moment, into your physical body. The mind is all over there, flying around, geographically, time-wise, and then bring that mind into your physical body. Looking at the feet, noticing the sensation when the sole of the feet are touching or connecting to the ground. And then come to stillness. Bring your awareness to your two sitting bones. And maybe play with the idea that one sitting bone represents staying closed and the other one represents staying open. So notice that we have choice. We can stay closed or we can stay open. Maybe shift your weight a little bit from one side to the other. And then finding stillness. Maybe place your hand on your belly, gently encouraging the pit of the belly to go in and up, in and up. Deep internal support. And then allow that internal support to lengthen your spine. Release the shoulders, gently tuck the chin. Maybe imagine how someone is kind of gently pulling your hair up. And then find the crown of your head. Maybe use your fingers to gently open up and stay open for guidance. Stay open for guidance from the universe or from something bigger than you. You can keep your eyes open or closed. Maybe bring your awareness to your breathing. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. Maybe notice what part of your physical body that is moving as you're breathing. And notice how you can have your breath has an impact on your physical body. And then place your hands on your knees and then gently start the cat-cow motion. Maybe add the breathing to it. Exhale as you round your back. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale and round. You can do it quickly. Or you can do it super slowly. And then eventually finding your way back to neutral. And then look at your hands. Look at your hands and maybe imagine yourself and others as blinking, bubbling stars. Blinking, bubbling stars. Clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Breathe. Maybe breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then reach and reach, remembering that we have choice. We can stay closed or we can stay open. We can stay closed or open. Our eyes can be closed or open. Our minds can be closed or open. That's a choice we're making. And then reach, turn, let the arms go wide, look behind you. And then release. Lift the shoulders a few times, lift and release. Look at your hands. blinking, bubbling stars. Clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then reach, and just remember that we have choice. We have choice. We can stay open or we can stay closed. We can stay open or closed. And then turn, open up the arms, look behind you. And then release and lift the shoulders a few times. Okay, and then bring the arms in cactus. And then start twisting. So twisting in yoga represents perspective, seeing things from different angles, which increases understanding, I would imagine. So when you stay open, what happens? And if you look at yourself from different perspectives, different angles, when you stay open, what do you see? And then keep on swimming. Whatever works for you, keep on doing it. Whatever works, keep on doing it. And then what doesn't work, we have to change, right? And that's tricky. Start to swim against the current, against what we usually do. That's very tricky, to stop a behavior that's no longer useful. And then allowing the knee and the elbow to meet. Maybe play with the idea that open and close can meet. What happens when open and closed meet? And then cross the midline. And this time, stay connected. Stay connected. Breathe. And then the other side, stay connected. And then release. And then bring up both knees, stay connected. And release. And now find a wide and stable stance. So with a wide and stable stance, we can explore more without falling. So wide and stable stance, find your two sitting bones, and then play with the idea that one represents staying closed and one represents staying open. And what happens when we stay closed versus open? Let's explore those ideas or concepts. What is your own experience of staying open and staying closed? What can you see from others? Or what are you learning from others? I think it's important to remember that we can learn from someone that we don't like. Yeah, we don't have to like everyone. We don't like everyone. We can still learn. We can still learn something from someone we don't like. And then come back to neutral. And then look at your right fingers. Imagine what. So imagine the picture when you stay closed. So start with closed. Stay closed. Pick the color. When you feel a need to close your eyes, your mind, your heart, how do you feel? What are the colors? What are the colors? And then paint that picture. Paint the picture when your eyes, your mind, and your heart are closed. Paint that picture. And then release that image. And then go to the opposite. So when your eyes, heart, and mind are open, what colors do you want to use? What colors do you want to use? And then paint that picture. And then release. And then imagine how you're jumping your feet together. Jump your feet together, landing in Tadasana, seated Tadasana. And then look at your toes. Dip your toes in ink and then write the story. Write the story. Or what words come up when you think about when you are closed? What are the words that come up? Write that story. Write the story or a few words. And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. And then release the head down. Inhale, come back up. Place that foot on top of the knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Gently guide that knee out to the side. And then slide the legs together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. Remind yourself how much you love and care and respect yourself. And then find your eagle, your version of eagle this morning. And then play with the idea, or what does the eagle look like when it is closed, when the mind, the heart, and the eyes are closed on the eagle? What does it look like? What does it look like? How does it feel? And then allow that eagle to fly away, fly away, fly away. And then look at your left toes, dip them in ink, and then imagine when you feel, when your heart is open, your mind is open, and when your eyes are open, what's that story? What are the words that come up when you stay open? What are the words that come up? What's the story? What's the situation? So write that story or a few words. And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. And then release your left hand down to the floor, the right hand on the knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push into both hands to come a little deeper into the twist. And then release down. Come back to neutral. Place the right hand on the floor, left hand on the left knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push a little deeper into your hands to come a little further into the twist. And then release down, let the head be heavy. Inhale, come back up. And then place the left foot on the right knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Open up the toes, gently guide that knee out wide for a seated pigeon. Seated pigeon. And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then finding your version of eagle this morning. And this time, the eagle has open eyes, open mind, open heart. And what does that eagle look like? How does that eagle feel? Observe it, watch it. And then allow that bird to fly away and land on top of the next mountain. Okay, now jump your feet up wide to a wide and stable stance again. Blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then imagine your arms as wings and allow the wings to get taller, longer, wider, and open up the wings. And then fly away, fly away. Where are you flying? High up in the sky. It's a beautiful, bright, sunny day and you're high up in the blue skies. What do you see? And then turn the palms up. Exhale, dive deep. Inhale, turn up. Exhale, dive deep. One more time. Inhale, turn up. And this time, exhale, dive deep. Then bring the arms behind you. Hold on to opposite forearms. And then stay there. And your wings have been out flying for a long time. They're sore and tired. And use the breath to heal, rinse, clean, and heal anything that needs to be rinsed, cleaned, and healed. Healing your own wings. And then release one arm, shake it out, bring it up high, bend, place it behind your heart. Shake the other one out and place it on top of the other hand. Healing your own heart. Only you can heal you. No one else can. And then release. Bring the feet hip distances apart and then a little closer to the chair. And we're gonna build some strength in our legs. Okay, big inhale. Exhale. Come up to stand. I'm gonna pick 8 today. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Check it out. Big inhale. Exhale. Pick the same or different number. I'm going to pick 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Big inhale. Exhale. And come up to standing. Okay. Breath of joy. 3 inhales, 1 exhale. Starting here. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale. One more. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale. And then let the arms go. Let the arms go. And maybe bend the knees and let the arms go. And then allowing the knee and elbow to connect. Crossing the midline. And then finding position of power in the body, the center for your self-power is in solar plexus. So maybe imagine how you breathe into solar plexus and then exhale out through legs, arms, head, and tailbone. Maybe place the hands on solar plexus. Inhale into solar plexus. Exhale out through legs, arms, head, and tailbone. Inhale into solar plexus. Exhale and open up. Inhale into solar plexus. Exhale, open up, and then stay open, stay open. And then place your hands back on your hips and then start to build external support. External support, waking up the external hip muscles. And then lean and lift, lean and lift. Breathe. And then lean and lift and breathe. And eventually taking skillful action. Taking skillful action. Okay, now the 2 concepts. So what I heard from Pema Chodron is that she is suggesting or she's asking us to stay open. to what is. So we're going to push closed away to open up the space for staying open. So imagine when you close your heart, your mind, and eyes, what does that look? Give it a color, shape, form, and then push that away. Push it away. Push it away. Push it away. It's going to try to sneak back in. It's going to be really hard to resist, and you are going to give in a little bit, and then you are going to win, and you're going to push it away, and you're going to keep it away. It's going to stay away. You might have to use some extra power from your legs to keep it away. And then eventually you can release and allow the space to be filled by openness. Okay, and then let's celebrate that with 3 sun salutations. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. That was 1. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. That was 2. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline, and then stay there holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. And then release. Okay. Starting in Tadasana. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off. Take a big step back, finding the earth behind you. With a wide and stable stance, you can bring the arms up for warrior 1. Release, put your hands in your back pockets. And then with an open heart, or allow the open heart to lead into warrior 3. Maybe one hand comes off, maybe both. And then finding your way back to Tadasana. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer weight to the right, left heel comes off. Take a big step back. With a wide and stable stance, you can come up to warrior 1. Release the hands to your back pockets. And breathe into that open heart space. Allow the heart to lead into warrior 3. Maybe taking 1, maybe taking 2 hands off the chair. And then finding your way back to Tadasana. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, right heel comes off. Take a big step back. Open up the pelvic half for warrior 2. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Coming back to warrior two, moving into the future, extended side angle. And back to warrior two. Hands on your hips. Straighten the front knee, release the hand down, maybe to the chair. Slowly bring the gaze up towards the sky. And then maybe the hand. Trikonasana. Hand comes down, gaze comes down. Rebend that front knee, finding warrior two again. Hands on the chair, pick up that back leg. Maybe the same hand comes off. Maybe the gaze starts to move towards looking at the toes. Gaze comes down, hand comes down, feet together, bend the knees, and back up to standing. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, left heel comes off. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic half. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Back to warrior two in the present moment. And then move into the future, extended side angle. Back to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee. Release the hands down to the chair. Slowly bring the gaze up towards the sky. Maybe the hand follows, Trikonasana. Hand comes down, gaze comes down. Rebend the front knee, finding warrior two one more time. Place your hands on the chair, pick up that back foot. Maybe the same hand comes off. Maybe bringing the gaze towards your toes. Gaze comes back, hand comes back, feet together, bend the knees, and back up to standing. Okay. Tree posture. Starting in Tadasana, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Imagine standing on top of the mountain, You're stable, steady, you've been there forever. And then drop a seed. And you can watch that seed waiting for the right conditions. And then it's going to start to grow roots. Deep and wide, deep and wide. And when the time is right, transfer the weight to the left, the right heel comes off. And then allow that seed to sprout and create a new beautiful tree or shrub or plant or flower or whatever you want to create. It could be, I don't know, could be a show, a book, a painting. It could be a blanket for premature babies. What would you like to create? It could be a meal. And then eventually finding your way back to the top of the mountain. Feel the strength, stability. Drop another seed. Watch how it grows, roots out wide and deep. Transfer the weight. Left heel comes off. And when the time is right, notice how that seed is sprouting, creating another beautiful creation. Maybe the colors are different this time. And then eventually finding your way back to Tadasana. Feel the strength, stability of mountain posture. Okay, now bring your feet as wide as the mat, or wider than your hips at least. Spread the toes. And then release the knees close to each other. So you're creating some kind of triangle. Maybe sit back a little bit to open up the toes. It's like a, I don't know, strange version of Virasana. Okay, look at your thumb, pick a color. So think about what does a color that would represent staying closed. So pick the color of closed, draw a big circle. Give that heel a little dot of closeness. And then pick the color of open. Draw a big circle and give the other heel a little dot of open. And then use both thumbs and then create the color for peace. Create the color for peace. And then draw two big circles. And then place your hands in your back pockets. Stay there. Breathe into your heart space. And then practice staying open to what is. Notice when you feel the desire to close the heart, then practice staying open a little bit longer than you want to. If it's too painful, you can close. We're looking for discomfort, not pain. So notice the level of discomfort. Stay open a little bit longer. And then you are absolutely allowed to close again for the time being. And then release. Untuck the toes. Bring the knees wide. Big toes to touch. Release the hips to your heels. And find child's posture. And then come back up. Clasp the hands, create that triangle of support. Tuck your toes. Lean into the support, engage the core, lift the knees off. And then walk towards dolphin posture. Armpits are moving towards your legs. The head is heavy. And then bend the knees and come back up to standing. Okay, now we're going to move to the seated meditation. I'm going to read from Pema again and see what she is suggesting us to do. We don't have to agree. We don't have to do it. We can listen and we can learn, but we don't have to follow her advice. That's up to us. Okay. When you open up to life as it is, when you open yourself to the continually changing, impermanent, dynamic nature of your own being and of reality, you increase your capacity to love and care about other people and your capacity to not be afraid. You're able to keep your eyes open, your heart open, and your mind open. And you notice when you get caught up in prejudice, bias, and aggression. You develop an enthusiasm for no longer watering those negative seeds from now until the day you die. And you begin to think of your life as offering endless opportunities to start to do things differently. Okay, so with that in mind, sit up tall, find your seat. Maybe bring your awareness to your breathing, notice the inhale, notice the exhale. And we have about 10 minutes. I'm going to be quiet for about 10 minutes. And maybe reflect on the words of Pema Chodron. Here we go, 10 minutes. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your head from side to side. Take a deep breath in, let it go. Bring your hands up in Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. Gently bow your head in gratitude for this practice, thousands of years old. Thank your inner guide, your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Open your eyes, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for practicing together this morning. Namaste.